2-1 and 2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in Week 4. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Come on, set, 70, Indy. 25, go.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Go now. 60 out, ball. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up. Go on, go on.
Now again, right side. Dobbins. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They do go for it. It's locked. And it is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field.
Like 20. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Check 30. Rick Flair.
Now Goff on first down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not the cleanest of starts to this football game. Back-to-back plays yield turnovers in this first quarter.
So there's not much flow right now. A very choppy game. And I know this, it's a copycat league. We say it all the time about the NFL, but I'm not quite sure this is what they had in mind about something they wanted to emulate.
No, you don't want to emulate a turnover. Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsay. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. On 3rd and long, it's Locke. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
180.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 15 yards through the air and a first down. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. And a big loss here as he's taken down. It was Breeland Speaks getting home to the quarterback that time.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Throwing on first down is Locke. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
Set. 15. Line. 15.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
On 2nd and 7, Locke. Got his man there. It's Wallace complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A Bronco first down there. 12 yards on the play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now it's Lindsey. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On second down, Dobbins. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 3rd down, and here's Lindsey. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let him get anywhere near it.
And McManus able to put it through. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Back to the air. Goff on second down. Open man is Ross, complete. 11 yards there, first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Gets around him. It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. That's the reason why. Well, we just saw Shetty under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. He gets it to Gurley. Complete. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. This will be their first trip to the red zone. 1st and 10 at the 19. A shotgun snap for Goff. And it's caught. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys have taken the lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. kick this one away, and off it goes.
The
Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Block now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lock. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Throwing his lock on 3rd down. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
After the interception, here's Goff. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards, the final tally.
Watch the slant.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line. Rush in, rush in, rush in. Check 4, check 4.
Out of the gun, Goff. He gets it to Cooks. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Brandon Cooks, his first touchdown on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Throwing now is Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Here's Locke. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, as they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On 2nd and 11 now. Goff. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that's going to lead to a third down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Gurley with a carry on first down. He'll only get a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Goff. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 45. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league run right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Mike is 59. Mike the 50. Recon, 132 fighter. Check. 5.
Lock to throw on 2nd down. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
3rd and 2, Lock's going to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
24-8, orbit.
Here we go on 4th down with Locke. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Again, they run with Gurley. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 4 yards the pickup, first down. On 1st and 10, Goff. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Chris Harris speeds in for the sack on the corner blitz.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
3rd and long. It's Goff. Going up top. It's caught at the 10. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Brandon Cooks. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
It's 2nd and inches at the 35.
A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Check, 59.
Lock now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Welcome back now here in London, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. That turnover might just about do it here. 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A good pickup there, a 22. Goff now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. Now Goff. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And touchdown! Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it. I
don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
The Broncos on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
But when we go back to our conversation with the defensive coordinator, that type of a play was not a surprise to him. He expected trickery in this game, yet somehow his defense, they still took the cheese and got caught in the mousetrap.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
2nd and 6 at the 34-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's
go.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 47, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now Goff on first down. And that's complete to Cooks. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27. Goff now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play, and the chains move. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They go play action here on first down. He's got it. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Locke, he completes this to Sutton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
Hey, foxtrot. Now.
On 1st down, Locke. And now here's another interception. He's picked off near his own 48, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. To throw is Goff. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
$35 yards that time on the punt. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows?
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So after the penalty, they're back to where they started, 3rd and 10.
Hey, Charlie. Hey, lock it. Go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the home team here,
so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like yeah. I'ma feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like what? Whole squad like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke. No. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke. Dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke. Dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems. You don't want smoke. Dog. You don't want. Yeah, I've been so my frustration. I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it. Don't pound to surround me. I'm corrupted. Flow cold and it's rugged, bumping. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like black, yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like what? Whole squad like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke. No. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke. Dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke. Dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems. You don't want smoke. Dog. You don't want.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions, daily manifesting on my premonitions.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Just as we were getting ready for air, both teams coming out of their locker rooms, out of the tunnel, and this crowd is pumped up as their Redskins get set to match up with the New York Giants. Dustin Hopkins has it on the tee, and here we go from our nation's capital. This is taken at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go, on the double. 53, check 53.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
From the 27, Jones. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Throwing, Jones. Got a man, Slayton. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
It was Jonathan Bostic there on the stop.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. It's hauled in by Shepard. He's got the first down here inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you've got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback? Or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now Jones on 3rd and 2. Flush to his right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. CD, that call, it took some guts. It's not like they were at the 1-yard line. They had some distance to go.
They certainly did. And, you know, a lot of people might say that's fly by the seat of your pants type of coaching. But it's also sending a message out there. We're going to be unpredictable. You can't prepare for anything with us. You never know which way we're going to go. We zig, you zag.
And now some serious opening drive momentum. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now the first carry for Adrian Peterson. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Second down, Haskins. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. From the gun, Haskins on third down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
At the 16-yard line.
Let's go now. 60 or.
I got it. Check 43.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Hey, Wahoo!
Check 53. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there. Check.
Smooth.
Check.
Back to throw. Jones. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the former Giant, Landon Collins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 22-yard line.
From the 22, Haskins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you.
And this is caught, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Sterling Shepard, 38 yards, and the Giants are able to add on to their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Throwing again on second down. Haskins. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half.
Hey, check motion man. Put your hands on him.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down, escaping the pressure right. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early?
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Comfortable. And there's 2 schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't eat up the cushion with careless play. He'll learn to ride that line as he moves on in his career.
This made me throw a fucking pick, son. You sent the message.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. It's his target. It's Adrian Peterson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit.
Oh, no, I just lost one.
Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down.
Yeah, one of them wild blitz play niggas.
On first down, it's Haskins. Being chased out
I did with that time.
And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Yeah. Today was a little bit of a difficult
Looking to throw again on second down. Haskins.
So today was a little bit of a difficult
complete to his
day.
tight end Sprinkle. And he is out of bounds, but
Things
not
didn't go
before
her
he's
way.
inside
I
the 30.
I can say I
That goes
contributed
for a
that to
gain
that a
of
little
31.
bit. I was supposed to meet her
So
somewhere
now
to get
then, the
some
big play
papers
has him all the way
notarized,
inside
but
the
I
30
didn't get there
now,
in
first and
time.
10.
And then when we finally got the papers notarized, the shit was wrong. So I can take blame for that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Now Haskins on first down. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively.
My bad.
You and I often talk about an offense's
you know
ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things.
I know that.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
Keep playing around with this fucking one.
Second and 10. Here's Haskins again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
4th interception.
Picked off down at the 10. And these guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Block for me, nigga. Hey.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust
him. Nowhere to escape,
what, the
and he goes down. It's Ryan Kerrigan.
Now I gotta watch it. You trying glitches, son. You'll get a
20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Yeah, something wrong with my phone, son. Let me restart this motherfucker, man. My speaker not playing.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. First down, here's a run with Peterson. And he slips up past the 45.
Remember, he was going down south of there.
12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. They run again on first down. Peterson. They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Fuck out of here.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him.
I'm going to get under that shit next time.
And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route, the route tree, and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
My goodness,
I said that next time you do that shit, I'm fucking picking it up.
Picked off around the 41.
Hit me with the same play damn near, like every other play he did the play.
It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
And I knew he was going to try to do it again because I was blitzing my linebackers off the edge, you know what I'm saying? But this time I put them back in coverage. Got his bitch ass.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Rosas good with the extra point, and it's now 21-0.
Blowout, man.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover.
You seen that video I put up on Instagram of Bully Bike?
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure
and now here's another interception.
He just threw it after he passed the fucking line of scrimmage, bro.
And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Yo, if I decline it, I keep the ball, right?
So they elect to decline it.
Yeah. And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand.
I picked it, yeah. But if I accept it, oh, what is this nigga doing? Oh, he giving out. He gonna quit. I'm about to score right now. Game's over.
On first
No. He's gonna quit.
Backwards
as he's coming out
close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Hey, Delta.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jones. That's complete to Slayton. And he will take it on in
28
for a giant touchdown.
Yeah, he about to quit.
Darius Slayton,
and he just came out and fucking a punt
yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Marcus Golden, too much to handle that time. Gets the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Haskins flushed out right. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Here's Haskins. And he finds McLaurin. And some room to maneuver. And at the end
this nigga went to pitch the ball back. Facts. Wow, son. I guess he went to do a juke move or celebrate. And it looked like he tried to pitch the ball back.
A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here.
I knocked the ball out of his hands, and he had a wide open touchdown, bro.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great...
There goes Sterling Shepard, 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Sterling Shepard, 91 yards. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
There's no doubt in my mind.
I just scored again on him.
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Trying to see what they graded.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Yeah, you still picking the same play? You should have blown.
So after the incompletion
I'm
on
ready to
first,
quit,
now
man. I'm
2nd
winning.
and 10. Second and 10 now. Haskins. Complete. Richardson has it. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now it's Haskins. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast.
And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard, 26 yards. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Buying time to his left. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Haskins not the most mobile of quarterbacks, but delivering there on the scramble to pick up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Uncorks one for Davis. And now here is another interception. Julian Love picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Yeah, this nigga quit, son. Oh shit, excuse me. gonna run one more.
This ain't nothing for the pack. I'm 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one they got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in the ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation.
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you to MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. Here's the punter, Rigoberto Sanchez, on to get us started. And off we go from MetLife Stadium.
That's it, baby. We gonna work. Break.
I got him.
Ready?
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Let's go.
This is Barkley. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, where they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The free safety, Malik Hooker, there in coverage.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing.
Yeah, Wallow be wild.
Further towards the sideline, really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Jones throwing on 4th down. Catch made by Slayton. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
50, plant.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Check curls, check curls, check curls. Mike 50, Mike 50.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Kenny Moore that time there on the coverage.
Headlights, son.
They had a good chance to get the first points of the game on the board, but what a great job defensively, getting a hand in there, knocking it away, and preventing that first touchdown.
Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down.
I don't know, out of nowhere, son, that shit just was off. I was like, yo, what the fuck?
Looking to throw. Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley.
Oh, what a touchdown.
Take it on in for a giant touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive.
Partner, I think we can all agree that that was a pretty darn good opening drive right there. And the key to it all, going for it on 4th down earlier in the drive. Set a tone for it. And the best part, they made it pay off.
Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Let's go now. You can run it. You can run it. Check 27.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
That's how we do, D. That's how we do. They don't want to know.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brissett. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. A gain there of 21 yards.
Complete to number 13, T.Y. Hilton. A gain of 21 yards. First down, Colts.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, a run by Mack. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Brissett to throw for it on 4th. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Marcus Golden. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So their first drive of the game already trailing, having given up points. But a little surprised that they went for it, right?
Maybe the big guy, the head coach, senses this is going to be a shootout type of a game. And they've got to match them point for point as opposed to, hey, we'll get them later. Maybe he just has that sense, and that's why he decided to go for it there.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum, or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top, or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, come back and try and pick it up on 3rd down.
From the 41, Jones. There goes a deep ball, end zone.
Oh, overthrown.
Incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Throwing, Jones.
Oh, my God.
Incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Daniel Jones, man. Fuck, you missed this pass like this, man. You in the game, Fats?
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Nah, this shit's almost, well, I mean, we just started, but this nigga ain't going to be able to do it.
He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. Golden takes it. Touchdown, Giants. Golden Tate, 41 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Whatever the fuck this is, it gotta be funny if you sending it, son. Oh, this was earlier today, right? Yeah, this was earlier today.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down. Went backwards. It's third and very long. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. Leonard Williams able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Let's take it inside his own 40. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time.
Yeah,
it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Now Jones. And this is Shepard on the catch. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. He's going to float this one deep right side.
Oh, he picked me off.
Look
at that 2 deep safety.
Picked up by Malik Hooker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but
that's
the safety
shit I would
bit him.
do, son.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open
that safety
that he
cut
made
the
it
shit
easy
out of me.
for the defensive back to go get the football.
That'll wind up a gain of
Another
27 on the catch
end.
and run. Out of the gun, Brissett.
I'm not in there.
Looking deep here for Ebron.
Shit out of me.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Someone moved. Flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that will drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. Brissett. Throw complete there. Rodgers. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They'll throw again. Brissett. And he's got
he
Rodgers.
caught that? You dumb nigga.
And he finally goes down, but not
no
before
way
reaching the
that.
21. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Into the air will once more. It's Brissett. This is caught. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming.
Get your ass out that gulag. Night, night, nigga.
Come on. Mike 55.
Brissett again.
Go to him, go to him. Ah, not
He's
him.
got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown.
Nigga, look right through it.
Rodgers there to make the grab, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Yo, if y'all gonna be talking about work, just kick me out the party. Fuck that. I'm ready to go back to work, bro.
Ready to begin
This
their
shit
next
whack.
drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach
shit.
Davis? And a big loss here as he's
Why you
taken
didn't throw the
down.
ball, bro?
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3
That was
timeouts.
my bad.
As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and
You better
very
run right
long.
past these fucking linebackers, my
Back to
nigga.
throw. Jones. Forced out to his left. He'll run it. He got him a big chunk of that yardage back, but even with that effort, it'll still be 3rd and long.
Ready. Coming to you, coming to you. Hey, got tight left.
Here's Jones on 3rd down. It's hauled in by Shepard. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down
just
coming up,
uninvited
they
your
go ahead and
motherfucking
run it
ass.
and say we'll see what happens. And this offense has converted twice already here in this first half on 4th down conversions. And here we go again. Looking to throw. Jones. And Ingram hauls it in. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Fuck it, son. Just be cheap and go to Cousins, bro.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume
That's where we went, right?
here in
Right,
quarter
Fats,
number
Cousins?
3. Fielded about a yard deep.
Yeah.
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Set,
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now this will go for 5 up to the 33. Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Bissett. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, and interception.
Come fix my man Cable, D. That's why stay lagging out, bro.
They wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
I want to know if he wants to get with that town. Hey.
Jones now to throw again.
Oh,
50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted.
Get the
Picked
fuck
up
out
by
of here.
Malik Hooker. Now the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
I tell you, you don't have press conferences when you sign guys like this. But he's been a real difference maker so far. That's now 2 interceptions for him in the game. And when you're getting contributions up and down your 53-man roster, you're going to be all right.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside of the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will
and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by
another pick.
And
What
the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. We're holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Mack. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. They keep it on the ground. Mack again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. We're set on 3rd and 2. Looks to throw, fires right side.
Yo, so what's up, son? Everything was open today in Atlanta. What's good? Blue Flame open tonight or what?
Contact, popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So with 4th down coming up, here's Adam Vinatieri now for the Colts field goal. From the left
I heard niggas is at the Crazy Horse right now, bro.
Vinatieri's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
Strip clubs right now getting it shaken.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Trips is playing for the next whole week.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I don't agree with that type of shit.
Throw the ball again now on this drive.
Yo, would y'all let y'all, if y'all, all right, let's look at it like this. If y'all wives did pole fitness, right?
They'll start out on the
would y'all let her post that shit on Instagram?
And he cuts it right in into spec.
No, like, it's like that's just what she do as like her exercise.
All the way in, touchdown.
You wouldn't let her post that shit on Instagram, right?
Saquon Barkley. His second touchdown.
Nah, I can't do that. Not my wife. No. No. I don't care how secure you are as a man.
And that makes it a 21-10 game.
I'm not letting my wife do that in a fucking sports bra and some little ass shorts. Get the fuck out of here. I'm not doing that.
Fielded about a yard deep.
I mean, it's on. I mean, I don't think she would answer. Like, you know what I'm saying? This dude I know. His wife do that shit. You know what I'm saying? And like I don't know. I just wouldn't let it. I wouldn't let it fly, bro. I couldn't let that fly.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Yeah, but there's a difference when she's fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a thirst trap, bro.
The Giants get there. Marcus Golden picks up his second sack of the afternoon. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
Oh, got it. Oh, my God.
The spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Brissett. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14.
Mike 29. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw.
No way.
And that is
caught.
Come He's got us running back downfield.
Wow.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, 73 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
They'll try to run it with Mack, and he's not going to get in as a try for 2 comes up empty, so they will be unable to cut this to a field goal as the differential remains 5. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, That's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
That's another Giants first down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Let's go. 8, read.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. Set. 60 or.
Pull it together. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
X3. 218. Chopper. Deep river.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be a 2nd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now it's Barkley. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. The Giants on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Jones. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton there to make the grab. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
We see this route all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty.
It feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging in the air.
And the reason why is that the receiver is trying his best to work the defender inside and give himself space to fade away from him and catch the football, and that's exactly what happened there.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. First down, Brissett. Complete to Hilton. 33 yards that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. To throw is Brissett. Going for the deep ball. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard, realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 22-yard line.
First down, Indianapolis.
A first down throw for Brissett. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
Hold on.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Brissett. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Marcus Golden able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Brissett flush to his right. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight, He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Looking for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Chester Rogers with his second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are back within a single score. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. To throw, Brissett toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass, hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
All right, this game is almost over. That's fourth quarter. 2 minutes left. I'm up 6.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, you don't go away from what you did
8 rushes for 160.
But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts.
What's that, Jeremy?
It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Huh? Oh, what?
Looking to throw. Jones escaping the pressure right. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
The field,
90 Wolf. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Throwing again on second down. Jones to Shepard, complete over the middle. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Switch! Ready!
He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. Touchdown, Giants! Golden Tate, 30.
Yeah, fast. This shit is over. Homie just quit. I just juked his fucking life away. No more. Am I recording? Yes, I am. Oh, yes. You were going on YouTube with that, buddy. Zoop. Zoop. Stop this bullshit. Yes. You were going on YouTube with that, buddy.